Hello, hello, and welcome everybody to another year at Live at the Waterhole. My name is Amy, and I will be with you for the first half of the day. We are starting off here in Madikwe Game Reserve in the beautiful South Africa. And so far, we are starting with some wildebeest, zebra, impala, and I think a few kudu there as well. I remind you all that this is a live and interactive show, so please do make sure that you send through your comments and your questions. I love hearing from you all, so it would be great to know who you are, where you're watching from, and any questions that you may have for me. All right, well, it's a little bit windy and there's a few clouds in the sky here at Jamala, but let's have a look what the weather is doing across our locations. Well, it is looking rather warm all around, actually. Even though it is cloudy, it is still very humid where I am here in the Lowveld. It's extremely sticky. We did have a storm pass through last night, but I feel like there's still more rain to come. Furry White Wolf, hello to you as well. You say you're new here. Well, a very warm welcome to you. Um, it's great. I'm so glad that you found the show, and I do hope that you enjoy it. We're all about relaxing, really a whole, chatting about a few interesting topics along the way. So, if you enjoy nature and you perhaps love it in the background, this is a great place for you. Otherwise, you can sit and watch, send through your comments and your questions as well. Hopefully, we're able to bring a little piece of Africa into your living room or your office. How sweet are these wildebeest calves, everyone? So this is the blue wildebeest, and over here they do have a lot of their babies that are born, and they're all lying there in a puddle in the middle there. You can see some sun coming out as well. Oh, furry white wolf, you want to know what is my favorite animal? Ah, it's so hard to pick one, but I do have to stick to my favorite animal, which is a baby rhino. They are adorable. I love seeing them, but I also absolutely love wild dogs and leopards. So it's very, very tricky. Those would be my top three, but a baby rhino absolutely takes the cake. Catherine, welcome. Lovely to hear from you. You say, lovely to escape from your winter into of South Africa. Isn't it just the best? I'm sending all the sunshine to you that I possibly can. A crayfish, you say, I've never seen a horse with horns before. They are a horse like creature, but in fact, not related to any equids at all. But they sort of a mixture of a lot of different animals altogether. I've heard that described of the wildebeest. Lissa in Cape Town, hello, welcome. You say, hi, Amy, you love the show. And you heard that wildebeest are also called gnu's because that's the sound they make. Do you know of any other wildlife named for the sound they make? Oh, that's a good question, Lissa. I don't think I do. But I do, it is very true that wildebeest are also called gnu's of their call. I do know maybe the rattling cesticula is named after all cesticulars. Actually, most of them are named after their calls. A lot of birds, more than mammals, are named after their calls. So the rattling cesticula does sound like a rattle when it's calling. There's a croaking cesticula, a zitting cesticula. Um, so a few of those birds are named after their calls. Imagine elephants were called trumpets because of the call they make.
We all know the struggle of finding the perfect gift. But what if you could give them an unforgettable experience? Something truly extraordinary. Introducing Nature Eye. Fly a real drone remotely at iconic locations, witnessing the beauty of nature like never before. Sign up to be an explorer and you could win one of these experiences yourself. Visit natureeye.com today.
Well, we can hear the speckled pigeon calling once again today. Wally, yes, they very well could be finding minerals in the ground. They some of them are feeding on some grass, but as the zebra in a very similar spot yesterday, also licking and digging up some of the ground to find extra minerals. This could be things like sodium or salt, for example. LG7, hello, nice to hear from you. You say that I must enjoy the hot and humid weather. In the US this morning, it is -3 degrees. Oh, I can't even imagine. You're also asking if these are blue wildebeest. They are indeed. And that actually links into Picasso. Picasso's question. Hello to you as well. Nice to hear from you. You want to know how many subspecies of blue wildebeest there are. So, Picasso blue wildebeest is actually a subspecies of wildebeest that we get. I mean, sorry, a different species of wildebeest that we get. I'm not aware of any subspecies thereof. So this the blue wildebeest we get here at Madikwe would be the same species that we find in the Greater Kruger. The other species of wildebeest that we get in South Africa are the black wildebeest, are found in more of the arid areas towards the central western side of South Africa. Nokwanda, lovely to hear from you. You just say that you are glad to have found the show. You and your 2-month-old baby watch it for relaxation. I'm so glad to hear that. It's wonderful to hear from you all today. Thank you so much for reaching out and saying hello. Johan, hello. Nice to hear from you. Thanks for sending through your question. You want to know if we have wild dogs here in particular? Yes, wild dogs at Madikwe, as well as a few of the other locations that we'll visit throughout the show. In terms of big game, the whole of the Big Five can be seen here, as well as in many of the other locations that we visit. We've seen wild dogs on the show, lions on the show as well, but those are quite rare. We often see elephants and buffalo, mostly elephants though. and occasionally a rhino as well.
Welcome to Eco Training Pridelands Conservancy. Hey, Susan, no. Oh, look at her, she's absolutely gorgeous. Look at these two pushing each other.
Well, I've really been enjoying watching these wildebeest and their calves here, everyone. And Diane, it's so true. This is really where you can see the blue of the blue wildebeest, and it has a lot to do with the lighting, where that blue hue starts to come through. Just call me a poet. Shiv, hello to you. You say morning, Amy. It's a cold one in the UK as well. And you've got your porridge and a cup of tea. Please warm us up. Oh, Shiv, I will do my very best. Ah, hello. We've been so focused on this that we haven't even seen the elephant that's come to drink. I always love a good close up look at an elephant's feet, as well as this bull's trunk. LG7, you say, always great to start my day at 5 a.m. in the US, feeling like I'm actually in South Africa and learning more and more each day. We do have some amazing camera work Gulu today and the zoomies. You can see those toenails there on the back foot of this elephant. Not necessarily the best maintained toenails are, but elephants have 3 toenails on the back foot and 4 front feet. You can see how that fatty pad absorbs the weight of the elephant. Ella, hello, you are 12 years old and you want to know, do elephants have paw pads like leopards? No, Ella, they don't. So they don't foot pads like that, like those animals. We call those animals digitigrade. An elephant, we actually discussed this, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, but they are grouped in a special group called near ungulates. And basically, they have a big, fatty, single pad underneath their foot with nails. So if you look underneath a leopard or a lion's foot, you'll have a back pad and then 4 toes with individual pads on each. Whereas an elephant, if you've ever seen an elephant track, it just looks like one giant, big, oval or circular impression in the ground. The bottom of the foot does have a keratin layer, but it's got cracks and wrinkles in between. And that helps it mold over the things that it walks over, unlike a leopard or a lion. Crayfish, thank you for saying that. Thank you for sharing your kind words. It's always good to know people appreciate what we are doing. At Wild Earth, it's all about connecting people with nature. This particular bull elephant has quite a notch out of left tusk. May show that he actually favors using his left tusk quite a bit. It does look a lot more well used than his right one. A few more Ellies have decided to join us today. Johan, hello. You asking about the watercolor, and you're quite right. It is something that we've seen over the last few days. This water at Jamala has gotten quite a green hue to it. And Johan, I think um, it has to do with an increased level of nitrogen within the. There have been quite a few storms around, and when there is lightning, the nitrogen there's an increased level of nitrogen in the atmosphere, and when the rain falls, it brings down that nitrogen with it. So it wouldn't necessarily be from the pumped water. No, you can actually see the color there below where these elephants are drinking is quite brown, and that nitrogen, when dissolved, then start to develop algae, and you can actually see that algae blooming just behind these eddies. G7, thank you so much for that comment. You say that amazing job with the camera work today. And indeed, Kulu in Joburg is controlling the camera. So here at Jamala. So he is doing a fantastic job.
We all know the struggle of finding the perfect gift. But what if you could give them an unforgettable experience? Something truly extraordinary. Introducing Nature Eye. Fly a real drone remotely at iconic locations, witnessing the beauty of nature like never before. Sign up to be an explorer and you could win one of these experiences yourself. Visit natureeye.com today.
These three look like they are having a deep conversation. Chris, hello. You are wanting to know if elephants are all family, or are these two bulls hassling? They very well may be related, but with bachelor herds, we have sometimes related bulls joining together. And yes, Chris, you're absolutely right. The process of algae forming is indeed called eutrophication. Lucy, hello, nice from you. You want to know what might have caused the elephant to only have one tusk? There could be various things, Lucy, but most likely that elephant lost its tusk. Well, first of all, it could have never grown. Sometimes an elephant will only develop a tusk. Sometimes there may be an infection which causes that tusk to be lost. And sometimes it completely breaks off. That could be an accident. So, an elephant slipping and falling, anything sort of like that. Otherwise, also when a fight with another elephant.
A lot goes on behind the scenes of a safari. Sign up to be an explorer and get exclusive access to Behind the Safari.
Sit back, relax, and take a deep breath.
Learn more about the WildEarth team.
I would not normally keep it on the dashboard, but I'm going to show it to you there.
Come along for the surprises and chaos. Download the WildEarth app today. WildEarth, connecting with nature.
Quinn, you send love from Brooklyn. Good to have you. I think that may be Brooklyn, New York, if I'm not mistaken. But good to have you watching with us. This elephant's just having a bit of fun. It's been blowing bubbles in the water. Ooh, I think some more Ellies are arriving. Let the pool party begin, I think. Obviously, deciding this side of the waterhole is better than the other side. Oh, that little one just slid down. Yeah, and these elephants do seem quite relaxed. We often hear a lot of excitement when they are approaching the water. When you say that's a lot of pachyderms, indeed, there are quite a few here. For those of you who may not know, pachyderms are just a term for big gray animals. For example, elephants, rhinos, and hippos. You hear the gnu of the wildebeest now. And Victor, yes, it is amazing to think that all elephants were once babies and then they grow to be very, very large. This is so awesome, everyone. I do hope these zebras get to finish their drink today without being chased off. And there's a bull already chasing them. Look at him. Oh, he's so brave. Oh, I think zebras are going to get chased again.
Do you yearn for a seamless and tranquil connection to nature? Download the WildEarth app and become an explorer to enjoy ad-free viewing. Stay tuned into your favorite shows and enjoy the sights and sounds of nature uninterrupted. Explorer subscriptions are available monthly, biannually, and yearly. Sign up today. WildEarth, connecting with nature.
William, hello. You are wanting to know if water holes are generally considered safer zones in the animal kingdom. And William, generally not. It's an area where it's usually very open and often a favorite for predators to hunt, especially in the winter time when water resources are limited. I love watching an elephant throw mud on themselves. Amazing what that trunk can do. Good up, Quinn. It is indeed an elephant spa day. The few that came down earlier, and now for this one as well. There's always something special about taking a moment to watch an elephant drink. And you're right, Lucy Jamala is often so full with Ellies, more than any other animal for the most part. This Ellie's lost quite a bit of its tail hair. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that.
Nurture your connection with nature with our weekly newsletter. Become an explorer and receive the latest word from the wild in your inbox. Catch up with your favorite WildEarth characters. Watch the week's memorable wildlife encounters. Stay up to date with the happenings and what to expect from WildEarth. Sign up today and get the best seats on the largest safari vehicle in the world. WildEarth, connecting with nature.
Johan, you want to know the history of this particular reserve? Now, Madikwe was established in 1994. Formerly, it used to be farmland. Local people also used to live here. And then once it was declared a sort of a natural uh, preservation area in 1991. But Madikwe itself was formed in 94. And it is 75 hectares in size. And is home to the Big Five as well as cheetahs and wild dogs. So, very shortly, we are going to introduce Africams, everyone. If you are watching on YouTube, please make sure that you hop on over to our website or our app to continue watching.